wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Totoro, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blink of my VIP. Snicker my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm a miss. I'm a daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow.
Now, from the home of the Raiders, since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Our first carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's a first carry for their running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Milton. He's going to look downfield once again. So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up second down. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Shaheed in motion. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. Whoa!
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Milton going to look to throw it again. To the sideline, he's got it. The official says, yes, the feet are in. And they convert on 4th down. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Brings up 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. First down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. To throw on first down is May. That's complete to Diggs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's May again. That is caught downfield by Douglas. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Third and short. And here is May. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. To Mario Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, here's May. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. The Patriots out on top. And we're back in Vegas after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you could really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
Second and 11. On play action, here's Milton. He's going to air this one out. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing is Milton. His pass taken in by Shaheed. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first down.
Nice job there getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
Now a give up the middle. Yeah! And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with Milton. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the play fake, it's Milton. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. Past midfield. Still going. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw now, May. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's May. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's... Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Oh, quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Working 3 downfield, it is Williams. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Quick throw here is complete. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot on.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Play action. Now it's Milton. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Shaheed in motion. Milton now to throw on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Quick throw, taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. This will be from 47 yards. No issues there. This one is good. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. Shaheed in motion. Try and throw with Milton. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. We'll try the right side this time. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Shaheed in motion. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Has completed to Douglas. Then he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throw again is May. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 2nd down, it's May. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Jack Gibbons.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From out of the gun, here's May. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
May to throw on second down. He's got it at about the 8. He is in. Pop Douglas. Touchdown, New England. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point is good, and the Pats go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. On play action, here's Milton. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Shaheed in motion. On third and long, here's Milton. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's second and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this. Here is a big one. Third down and 2. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Vegas.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Patriots 30-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Here's Milton. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Patriots are going to have it just past their 25.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the ground, Gibson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Milton. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal he's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll run with White. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A field goal only ties it. When you find yourself this close, you're thinking 6. Let's take the lead. But now after that first down loss, it really changes the approach now on 2nd and 3rd. You have to at least come away with points.
He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Big play. 3rd and goal coming up. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. He'll get this out wide. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Vegas. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Catch is made. That is Williams. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now on 2nd and long. Here's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Gibson. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd down. To throw now, May. Off he goes.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, it's May. Open man, right side. He's got it. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Here we go. One final play. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So this one, a win for the Raiders. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.